Does size matter for Muay Thai? Get your head out of the gutter. Obviously size does matter. If you're a 140 kilo man fighting a 60 kilo man, there's a good chance that you're gonna win. That's why there are weight divisions. That's why fighters boil every last drop of water out of their bodies in order to make a weight category. Just go look at Conor McGregor at featherweight in the UFC. In his prime, where he should have remained as a weight bully. Because leg attacks are basically favoured in Muay Thai, kicks and knees, it actually favours taller people. If your hips are higher, then you've got an advantage over your opponent because it's going to be easier for you to kick them or knee them in the body or the head. But it doesn't always matter. So there's fighters like Saenchai and Lerdsilla out of the famous jockey gym, guys who are very tricky, elusive, with a fameux style that are very, very good at exploiting taller, more cumbersome fighters. Being tall is not the be all and end all, and there's many things that a shorter fighter can do to take advantage of a taller man and beat him up. For example, a Muay Mat style with good leg kicks. A taller man has longer legs, there's more of him to hit. And the same thing with body shots. He's got a bigger body, a bigger torso. It's going to be harder for him to protect himself. So there's lots of things you can do to capitalise on that. When we're talking about the fameux style, these guys have a lower centre of gravity, which makes them generally a little bit more well balanced, and they move quicker. They're a bit more nimble. So if you're a smaller fighter, having good footwork can go a long way. That in and out footwork of Saenchai, draw strikes out, make them miss and make them pay, or just the evasive and elusive skills of someone like Lerdsilla. Things like sweeps can work really well against taller fighters. Getting in on a body lock in a clinch, the taller fighter is naturally at a disadvantage in certain positions. If you let him hang off your head and pull your head down, yeah, of course the taller fighters can have a massive advantage. But if you get in there, get a body lock, it can be really difficult for the taller man to deal with. I know this is a problem I struggled with for about the first 5 years of my Muay Thai training. When we look at the likes of Lerdsilla and Saenchai, two of the best examples of guys that aren't necessarily that tall, who are also regarded as some of the best Muay Thai fighters of all time, they were able to avoid and nullify the clinch, skate around the ring and make taller fighters fall short on their shots, and then get in and out with their own strikes, being able to hit and not get hit in return. If you can do that, well, then you're going to win fights. A taller fighter is generally a bit slower. One of the best ways I've heard it described is a short fighter will move like a hip hop dancer and a tall fighter will move like a ballroom dancer, skating and gliding around, whereas a short fighter will have that more fast beat rhythm with their feet, that bouncy footwork that can go a long way. Now, it's not to say that you can't have fast feet as a taller fighter or good footwork, and again, it's not to say that a short fighter has to bounce in and out or constantly move around. But when you look through the history of sport, not just Muay Thai, guys like Manny Pacquiao, often the shorter fighter or the smaller man. When he fought De La Hoya and when he fought Margarito, he was outweighed by up to 20 pounds. Bouncing in and out of range, getting off short, fast, blistering combinations was a way they were able to wear down and beat up much bigger adversaries. When we go to the K1, you've got guys like Cowacly felling giants with literally the craziest head kick you'll ever see, causing Mo to face plant to the canvas. I really admired the fameux style of being tricky, being elusive and just not getting hit at all. I think for longevity, those guys are always going to last a bit longer, whereas you'll see a lot of the taller fighters, the guys that rely on basically conditioning and having a good engine, especially guys that might have to take damage to get close. If the small fighter's moving around all the time, you got to constantly be in their face to close that gap, even as a taller man. That can be quite a punishing style and shorten your career. Lerdsilla was going up to the age of about 40, same as Saenchai, fighting much younger, much bigger opposition and doing really, really well. So you don't have to be a massive lanky fighter to be really good at Muay Thai. It obviously can help massively. One of the best fighters of all time was Diesel, who was like a 6'2" guy fighting 5'5" guys at like 66 kilo. But there are ways to beat that style. It's about understanding your body and knowing how to use it best. That is literally the secret. As well as over your training, trying to become a really complete fighter, understanding the clinch, understanding close range, understanding long distance range, understanding the type of person you're fighting needs to do to beat you. That way you can stop them from doing it. I hope that video was a little bit helpful. I'm going to put some montages in this of just admiring the silky skills of the likes of Saenchai and Lerdsilla, being absolute smooth criminals. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe. You can also catch me over on Patreon for more breakdowns and content over there. Also help support the channel and keep the proverbial lights on around here. Pro striking out. I'll catch you later.
put your nose in it.